Hello, 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 everybody. It's me, Pamela, here at Lady Pug Kisses Stamp Studio. So, this is card number 1 to the June class. I'm not holding June class. The reason I'm not holding it this month is because my husband has got a job in another state, so we've got to prepare to move. So I'm going to just come on here and make the cards and put them over on my YouTube or my Facebook channel or Facebook as well. Alrighty, so you guys have probably seen this one a lot over Easter. It's technically the cross card, which is very cute. I made a version of it. This is not the one we're making today. Of course, we're using, as the title says, Inspiring Imperfections, but this is what I made earlier. It doesn't have to be a cross. And that's what I was trying to do here, is trying to make it to where it could just be that pop-up, but it does look like a cross. And I think it's gorgeous because it can stand up and do all of the things. Alrighty, so let me show you that stamp set. It's also a suite. I got the suite. I'm not using the suite today. So I actually designed these cards to make that card I just showed you. But I know one of the girls bought this stamp set, so I want to give her some inspiration before I move on what she can do with it. This is a 3D embossing folder. Absolutely love all those textures. Look at that. I love it. So I hope she got the suite. I think she did, because I think she got it during the whole, sale that they had went on. And then it's got all of these gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Actually, I think the sale's still going on. I don't know. My head hurts. I've been battling a migraine as well for like over a week. But I love the sayings. You inspire me. Thanks for helping me through this difficult time. There is beauty in your history. I love that because I love history. I know you'll get through this and be stronger for it. That's really, yeah, I'm here for you. Some very pretty things. These little cracks are so divine. And the suite comes with, I think, gold paper that you can cut out, which is really nice. But then it comes with all these dies. You can cut these out and stuff. So what I decided to do, I think I'm going to use this die here. While we're on today, but and then of course I've got these out already, but yeah, let's get to work and start this card. It's I will find the directions that I found. I think it was Lisa Curcio that did this card, and she did an amazing job. I added to it my things, like I don't know, I think I over matted things. But so let's just go through these. So just because I don't want to leave you hanging. So first of all, this is our card base. Okay, this is 5.5 inches by 3.5. 5.5 by 3.5. Okay, if you want to write that down. 5.5 by 3.5. So you'll need that. Now, this is 5.25 by 3.25. It's just going to be what we're going to put on the back. Okay, that's going to be where you write your sentiment and stuff. Now, I'm thinking about not attaching it until I want to send the cards out. So when you get your kit, you might want to do it that way. So you'll need that. Here's another piece. I've already scored these, and I'll tell you those score lines in a second. So that's going to be 5.25 this way by 5 inches. So 5 by 5.25. 5 by 5.25. So when you put your paper into the trimmer this way, you're going to want to score. I'm going to have to, oh no, that's just sticky. I had some glue or something. All right. So you're going to want to put the 5-inch mark atop. Okay. Because you're going to want it to fit there. Alrighty, so then we're going to score it at, you're going to score that at 1 inch, 1 7/8 of an inch, 3 1/8 inch, and then 4. Okay, so let me repeat that again. So I'm not sure if you can see it down there. No, because I've got my, let's see here. Let's move this down just a smidge. Alrighty. There we go. Alrighty. So again, you're going to want to score it at 1 inch, 1 7/8 of an inch, 3 1/8 of an inch, and 4 inches. Okay, and that's the 5-inch side. Okay, so there. Yes. Okay, now we're going to do, so we've got colored cardstock that is measured at 5 1/8 of an inch by 1 1/8 of an inch. So 5 1/8 by 1 1/8. And then you've got your DSP, Designer Series paper, that is measured at exactly 5 inches by 1 inch. So 5 by 1. Okay, and you're going to have 2 of these ones. In case you guys want to remake them, you're going to need 2 of these two. So this one is 5 1/4 by 7/8 of an inch, 2 of them. Alrighty, and then we're going to do this one, and this one is going to be 5 inches by 3/4 of an inch, and you'll need 2 of these ones as well. Alrighty, and again, you'll need 2 of these ones here. So this one here is 5 inches. Wait, I didn't have them lined up right. I wasn't reading right. All right, so I only need to do one, right? So you'll need 5 1/8 inch by 3 1/8 inch. So you'll need 2 of those. 5 1/8 inch by 3/8 of an inch. Yes, 3/8 of an inch. And then you'll also need 2 of these ones here as well. And that one is just 1/4 of an inch smaller. So that's 5 inches by 1/2 an inch. Okay. Then this is optional. And the reason I say it's optional is because you can do your sentiment any way you want. So, and I think I'm going to do away with that one. And I think I'm just going to have it this. And then this is going to be my sentiment of some sorts. So colored cardstock measured at, and it doesn't have to, you can cut this down, and we might do that today. So it's going to be at least 3 inches long. So at least 3 inches long. And like I said, I might cut these 2 things down today just because, you know, a girl can do what she wants to do. And that's, yeah. All right. So then you'll also need scrap paper. And we're going to get our stamping done real quick. So I'm using this old paper that I wanted to say expired. I guess it is kind of expired, right? It's retired. Something like peach or something like that. You're a peach. So, but it's got some really pretty colors in it. And I thought, you know, why not get rid of some of my older colors? So that's what I'm doing. But you can use whatever colors you want. And like I said, the ones that come in the suite are absolutely gorgeous. So I'm using Balmy Blue because that's in the suite. So always refer to whether it's, you know, expired paper. That's going to be my thing now. I'm going to just tell you guys, it's expired paper. You know me, always come up with these weird things. So if it's expired paper or if it is, you know, perfectly good paper, I'm so silly. Sometimes I can laugh at myself. I'm so sorry. Okay. Or whether it's perfectly good paper, always look at the back of it because it's going to tell you what colors are used in this paper, which means that you can use colors, these colors, to design your cards. Okay, so that's our tip for today. All right, now let's get to stamping. So I love this vase. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and stamp it here. Give it a second to absorb the ink. I just love, 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 love these stamps. Look at how gorgeous those are turning out. And of course, there's this little dish. So we're going to do that here. And I took some blender pens. Oops, I just touched that. I took some blender pens and I put some color to it. I think I used Pale Papaya. It's a very expired one too. Yes, I'm going to just keep saying expired, people. So I am going to take and just show you what I did. So I just colored it in. Just a little bit. Not all of it. Just, you know, I think I used soft seafoam. So I did that. And then I used, yes, soft seafoam. And I did the leaves. Okay, so I just went in here and I did some leaves. And I thought, oh my gosh, that just looks so pretty just the way it is. I'm not going to do anything more to it. But just a second. I'm not going to, technically that's not it. But because I did the whole images. Okay, so I colored all the leaves and all the flowers. But I just didn't want to sit here and have you watch me die cut these. So, okay, so I just colored everything in. All right. So then there's that. All right. Now, like I said, I might have you wait and we might use this one, but you know, but here's what I'm going to do. Now, you can get this stuff on Amazon, or you can use the gold that they have with the suite. I got this stuff on Amazon. It's premium holographic sticker paper. Because it's got that sticky stuff on the back. So that is why I use this. So find some of that on Amazon if you want. Now where's my takey picky? There it is. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to take and just make these cracked. So we're going to just take this and we're going to just take it off. It's really easy to, people. But I think there's all kinds, and this isn't, you know, I'm not saying that this particular brand is the best. I'm just saying it's the kind I bought. So, yeah. And it comes with a different things and stuff. So, and then I am going to oh wait, am I doing the wrong side? No, it's the right side. I'm like, wait a minute. So, if I can, what I need to do is my little sticky or tweezer thingies. Where are they? There they are. Instead of it sticking to my fingers, I should just use my, yeah, okay, yeah. Then I'm just going to, now, I know that it's laid off, and that's what I wanted, but here's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to flip this over, and I'm just going to run my bone folder because, you know, I don't know. I just wanted to stick. Okay. So now that I've got that on, now I'm going to go behind. I'm going to use my sticky scissors. Sticky scissors are just a pair of scissors that you've got that you put something on it to identify them as sticky. That way they don't get all icky and gummed up and stuff. They're nothing special or anything. In fact, titanium I think works better because I think less things stick to it, but I could be wrong. And then I'm just going to trim that off. Just like that. See how cute that is? And I like I like that. I mean, I think it's just pretty and it goes with the colors. I thought gold would be just too, I don't know, it might have worked, but I just didn't want gold. Does that make sense? Because I was using these expired papers. Oh yeah, I'm using it. Expired colors, expired papers. Yeah, that's what we're going to use from now on. Alrighty. And then I think I kind of want it to go. And it's whatever way you want. It doesn't have to be exactly the way I'm doing it. It can be whichever way you want. Okay. Here we go. And so, because as you tell, I don't have no rhyme or reason on how I placed that. So it's up to you. And then I'm just going to use my scissors, and I'm going to come from the back. This one, because there was that little lip of the cup there that I didn't want to, yeah. And then just trim those off, just like so. So now we've got that done. We didn't do our stamping for our sentiment yet, but we'll come back to that in a minute. I haven't even decided what sentiment I want to use yet, but the way things are going in my life, I think I need a sympathy one. Oh, if you guys are religious, please pray for me and my family. I'm not going to get into it. It's way too much, and I'll probably end up crying, so I'm not going to do that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do this. Alrighty, so you guys are thinking, oh my gosh, what's she going to do with that? So here's what we're going to do. So we're going to take this, and we're going to go from that second score line, the second score line on each side. Okay, so you're going to have it looking like that. Okay, you can see that, right? Oh, there we go, down here. See, I wouldn't move that. I think I'm going to move my camera because I've been working at that. All right, so it's going to look like this. Alrighty, and now what you're going to do is you're going to flatten that out, and you're going to fold these in, both the edges. Okay, just like that. Now, you can glue it now, and I think I'm going to. So we're going to take our strips here, all of our varying sizes here. And if you don't have one of these, I know I've whined and complained about it when I first got it, but then I realized that you can buy replacement things for it. A friend of mine bought some when she went to a crafting event because, well, actually, I think she was one of my people's I would, but yeah, let me show you. So they sell these in sets of 2. Okay, you can buy them now. So that's awesome. Sets of 2. She got it at a crafting event, but you can get them on Amazon. I've seen them on Amazon. So, I'm going to hot glue that. Or not hot glue it, but put some glue on it because the other one did the same thing, came off. But I like the thing there. So, like I said, and I do love it. I think that the green glue flows out of it better because, yes, I did put the green glue in here, the mono glue. But I think it flows out of here better, and I think it makes it, what do you call it, smaller lines and stuff, so it's not as gunky. You're not going to get it all over the place. And that's a lot to do with the fact that it's a gun and you can control it. And I think it has a little to do with the mono glue, just because. So then we've got that there in the center. Okay. And now we're going to go with our sides. So we're going to get their 2 bigger sides here. And then these ones as well. And we're going to glue those ones on there as well. Sometimes I wish that Stampin' Up! Didn't expire paper. I wish that they would keep their paper, but the same reason they can't keep their stamps is because unlike some of those other companies, and I know you guys know the ones I'm talking about, they print, or should I say They make their stamps. They make their stamps when people buy them. They don't sit there and have to have a warehouse. Stampin' Up has a warehouse. So everybody just get on to Stampin' Up's web page or whatever and tell them, just start printing your stamps when people buy them. That way you can keep stamps and paper forever and nothing expires. Yeah, that sounds good to me. So I like that idea. No more expiring, nothing. Now this I want to here. And that mono glue gives you that little tiny bit of wiggle room, no matter if you use a little or a lot. So just letting you know, you don't need like a ton of mono glue to, oh, I'm sorry about that. My dogs are going to bark at something. I do apologize because they're pains in the butt. But yes, so my husband did get the job in Washington. I think I said that in the first video that I turned off because it just wasn't going as well as I wanted it to go. I wrote up the instructions, like I write them down for you guys, you know, and I was come to find out, I had wrote like 2 things twice and this and that, and it was like I confused myself. So I'm like, I have to turn this off. So I stopped that video and started again, and that's why we did it the way we did it. That way you guys didn't get confused like me. I literally went cross-eyed. Yeah, I think I did. Alrighty, so yes, so my husband got the job in Seattle, so we will be moving next month, and we are also going to Washington earlier. The first week, we're going to go and to my niece's wedding and see my grandbabies. And so we're going to fly into Seattle. And then we are going to pick up my son and my grandbabies, at least 2 of them. And we are going, because my other 2 are in Wichita, Kansas. And then we are going to drive over to Spokane where the wedding is. Yes, that's a long drive. It's like 6 hours or 5.5 hours. It's a long time, or a long drive. But it'd be so worth it to spend all this time with my grandbabies. So, oh, the neighbor's doing a job. That's why my babies are being crazy. So, so then next month I'm going to have surgery on my nose. I've got a deviated septum. And so I'm just going to take a lot of time off. And like I said, when I get to Washington, I'll probably be staying with my brother-in-law until we sell this house here in Florida and find a house over there. So with that said, I'm going to put that aside because we're not going to use it yet. Okay. Now this is not as tricky as you think it is. I'll give you some tips. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start off on just one side here, just this one here. So that means I'll be with my brother-in-law at their house, and I'm going to leave all my things in storage. I think I'm going to work on my book. Yes, a book. And then when my stuff is out of storage, I will get back to all of this. Alrighty, so I've got glue. I want that glue off of there. Alright. Now, see how I started on that one side? So here I am. I'm going to take this and I'm going to center it. Now, if you want it to stand up like straight on, you might want to make it flush to the bottom. I don't. So, yeah. And now, you see how I've got that there? Now, what you're going to do is you're just going to, oh, wait. Do I still have some time to do this? I certainly do. Because I realized that it was going to be there's going to be more of a gap on the other side. So, that's a little bit better, right? I'll take this here. If you have to move it and you get glue, have your handy dandy little guy here ready. Now, It's going to have a little bit more on one side, but who's going to really notice that besides me? 90% of the time, it's just going to be me. You are going to be your biggest critic. Know this to be true, people. People that get your cards, they're not going to see it. But if they do, then they're probably a crafter like you, and they are just as judgy as you are. But I doubt it, because usually I don't judge anybody's cards that they give me. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm going to totally use this idea. And so, like I said, with that flat down, you're going to just secure that there. Alrighty, and see, that's going to pop up. Okay. Now, whichever way you want it to go. All right, I get the monoglue on my fingers and then I just rub it off. That's why I get little chunks of glue everywhere. Alrighty, and now that we've got this, we're gonna see where we're gonna put our little. Now the thing is that you can have these hanging over, because I did have a somewhere here. Where is it? There it is. So I got an A2 envelope here. Alrighty, so see how much bigger, and I think this was Lisa Curcio's cuttings. It could have been Connie Stewart, because I follow them both because they're both so amazing. It can go over, okay, on this side, and then when you go back this way, you can have this one go over that side, because it is going to fit in the envelope, okay? But it's also going to pop up. So, isn't that cute? Yeah. All right. So, let's get our sentiment. Let's figure out what sentiment we're going to use before we start assembling our cards. So, where's our... Here it is. So, I know you'll get through this and be stronger for it. I just think that's going to be for me. Thanks for helping me through this difficult time. I think I'm going to use You Inspire Me. And the only reason is because sometimes it's, some people show such strength. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So there we go. Now, what color? I think I'm going to use. There's just so many pretty colors in here. Maybe Coral Calypso? Calypso Coral? Where is it? There it is. I think I'm going to use Calypso Coral, because it's in the flowers. Or no, maybe the pet. Maybe. No, I want this one. Sorry. Because it's going to be darker than the, what do you call it? Petal Pink. So let's get our stamping block. Do some traveling. All right, so then I'm going to go right out there, make sure everything's on there. Give it a second for the paper to absorb the ink. There we go. Oh yeah, I think I made the right choice. Alrighty. Now, I might make it smaller and have that one go over. Maybe. I did kind of stamp it cricky. Cricky. So I don't think this is going to cut it out. No. See, I thought about doing that, but I decided that I wasn't going to do it because I like it a bit different. So, alrighty, so I think that is straight. Yes. And then sometimes you can fix your mistakes just by coming in and there we go. And then I do have to say that I don't like the way Stampin' Up! Did that. Of course, it's probably just me, but after further examination of this, it looks like everything starts from the T. I wish they would have taken the font over one and not had used the back or that space thing. Of course, that's just me. Alrighty, so now I don't know if this blue is going to be big enough. I might have to look for another piece of blue. Here's some, I think. They might not be big enough either. I think they're all the same size, Pamela. Or smaller. Oh, you know what I could do? I think that's what I'm going to do. Because it's pretty much spot on, I think what I'm going to do is we're not going to use that piece. Okay. We're designing as we go, because you guys know how I am. I like to do things on the fly. Alrighty, so then I'm going to take it to about right there, I think. Alright. So it's not going to look anywhere close to a cross, but in your kit, you'll have a card example using this differently. Okay, so then there's this. We're going to use some glue. Glue this down. Alrighty. Oops. Okay, so then we're just going to straighten it all out. Okay. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to actually put that up on dimensionals. If I can find my dimensionals. You know, I don't know what I did with a bunch of stuff the other day. I came in here and when I touched stuff, yeah. Here's some. They're not dimensionals, but they'll work. They're foam dots. Alrighty, so let's see here. I'm just going to go down the middle. I'm just going to put 2 of them. Alrighty. Now, it would be cool if you went here and you'd taken some of these flowers here. I'm not going to today, but if you took like this flower here, you can actually have one going out one side and stuff. That would be really cute. Ideas. That's what I told you. I wanted to do this for the ideas for you. All right, we're not going to cure that just yet. What we're going to do is we're going to get our... No, I want this to be up here, but I don't want it to be... So I think I want it to be right about there. So I want my foam to be on this side. So let's get that stuff again. I think I'm going to cut them using my sticky scissors. Obviously sticky scissors. And then again, I'm going to try that one more time. And just do as many as you want or as little as you want. It doesn't really matter. There's going to be so much dimension to this card because, you know, there you go. And then I think this one here. And then we'll get all of these stickies off here. I will call her back. I'll call her back in just a second. Sorry about that, people. Alrighty, so I did tell her I was going to call her today, and I'm going to, but I'm in the middle of a video. So there we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this down and I'm going to smush, make sure it's all adhered. Okay, it's not didn't go that far off either though, but it would be nice if it did because it would be just so cute, right? Now again over here we're just going to come in here. I think I want it to go right there. No, about right there. So I think I want glue there. Okay. And then now sometimes you just need card surgery. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little dimensional and I'm going to just tuck it under there. I think that's all I'm going to need. There we go. There you go. Alrighty, so then this one. And like I said, you can definitely add the back whenever you want. So I kind of think I want it. I'm sorry if my head's annoying. I think I kind of want it. About right there. Alrighty. Thanks for helping me through this difficult time. There we go. And then, like I said, you can add this whenever you want. You can add it now, but I just find it'll be easier if you left it off until you want to sign it, because we put all of this stuff on here. Now, if you were to want, you can actually put this onto another card base, I guess, if you wanted to, but I don't know. I think I like it this way. And like I said, just, all right. So there's our card. Here was the original. And yeah. All right. So you guys take care and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.